Maybe this will make me feel something besides hopelessness. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie. Today we are here with OKKO Season 3, Episodes 15 through 17. If you're watching this at some point in the future and are just really thrown off or confused by this, by my appearance, I guess, or mood, this is being recorded the day after Election Day, and I'm not in a good place. As a queer person, as an autistic person, as someone who's basically just not a straight cis white male, I feel hopeless. And we're continuing the grind because I'm hoping that it at least helps my mood temporarily. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be doing this, or I don't know if I would be recording again. Honestly, who knows how long I'll be able to even keep this up anyways. Things are going to probably get so fucked up, probably not going to have the freedom to do so anymore. I'm sorry if this is bumming you out and everything. I a part of me was just saying that it's probably not a good idea to record this when I'm like this. But there's also a part of me that's like saying again that right now this is probably the only kind of thing that can maybe help my mood, even if just temporarily. So I'm just kind of relying on this. I don't really have anything else to say going into it though, so if you just skipped these pre-thoughts and didn't even watch this part, just went to the reaction, I understand. Obviously you won't be seeing this now if you did, but let's just get into this and hope that it does something for me.
Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. And don't forget about the gaming channel. We have Baldur's Gate 3 every single day. We have Horizon Forbidden West every Monday and Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays is Life is Strange Double Exposure. And Wednesdays and Sundays is Beyond Two Souls. On Saturdays, we have both Poppy Playtime and Nier Automata. And on top of that, don't forget to click the link in the description below to get to today's reaction. I redirect everything just due to copyright. You know how it is. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you want to see more awesome content such as this. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for now, let's get to today's reaction.
And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, it was pretty obvious that TKO was going to have something to do with the final act, the final big storyline of the series. Like, that was just blatant. I was not expecting Venomous to merge with Shadowy Figure, though. That one caught me a bit off guard, but it does kind of make sense, considering Venomous's motivations and everything. And then the Boxmore bots ending up becoming heroes at the plaza after their father just leaves and everything. It's interesting that this last episode here, is what started basically the finale. If I would have known that, I would have probably saved it for next time. But I think we'll be okay with that. Um, the entire thing with Carl is very obviously meant to be a trap and all, and it just shows that like Venomous is not really turning himself around. I don't know if he will in the end, but honestly, I'm not really holding out hope. And honestly, I think it might be better for him to not do so, because the entire idea that just everyone ends up, becoming good in the end would be stupid. I think it would be better and make more sense if we have a villain who just doesn't turn things around, who, especially with him being KO's father, actually, I think that would make it even more impactful. Someone who can't go back to how he used to be, who is so twisted and power hungry that there's nothing that can be done anymore. I think that would be like really cool for this show to go into, because it would tell like the viewers, especially kids, that some people just aren't redeemable. Some people aren't able to be saved from their evil. And in a time like the present, that's pretty relevant. Though, I mean, so is apocalyptic insanity happening and everything. Though, unlike in a cartoon, there's not as much hope to be had in that regard. Because cartoons always, just kind of force in happy endings or situations that make it better. Doesn't always work like that in real life. So, yeah. Um, the entire thing with this last episode as well, with Dendi kind of narrating in a way what's going on through the idea of KO's channel, was, I get what they were going for and why they did that. I just don't think it was necessary. I think you could have like gotten everything across without doing that. It felt almost out of place for me personally. I just I think it would have been better to just show it happening and show all these characters going through it. Maybe even like have different perspectives instead of having a single perspective throughout the episode. Have it go like, oh, like these few minutes are perspective of the more bots. This few minutes are perspective of Gar and Carol, and so on and so forth, and just show what they're going through as this apocalyptic situation is happening. I think that would have been maybe a little better than what they did here with, again, having the Dendi thing connecting it all. I just wasn't the biggest fan of that personally. I don't think it was necessarily like terrible. It's just I felt, like I said, that it was kind of unnecessary. Um, but let's also talk about Red Action 3 Grudgment Day, because that was the one of these episodes that wasn't connected to all the others. So in this episode, Red and Rad are fighting. KO and Enid have to go time traveling to try and fix it. And it's revealed that Rad is just upset at this video that Red took in the past, like in season 1 times, of them messing with KO. And I'm really disappointed that that was the actual reason they went with. Because it was very clear that it was like toying with the idea that he had feelings for Enid still, which we knew he had in the past and everything, and that he was jealous. You could have even played the angle that he was jealous because he didn't have anyone like that. But instead, they just made about this video, and I'm just like, that's boring. That's disinteresting. Like, the entire like jealousy thing is a little overdone, you could say, but they could still make it interesting, make it more unique. Again, the idea of like maybe him being jealous just because he doesn't have someone like that. Like you don't see that too often. It's usually jealous because the character likes someone in the relationship. But that would be a fun way to do it. Instead, the twist is just that he just doesn't like this video. It's like that's very meh. It was interesting getting to see the original design for Red again. And I guess technically you can include the others in there too. But Red's design was the most different. Droop's like was mostly the same and everything. But seeing like Red's two designs next to each other is pretty interesting. And yeah, it was okay, but again, the actual like reason was disappointing. The Carl episode was kind of a preamble to the beginning of the finale and was all about setting up for that, as well as reintroducing TKO as he comes back into the picture for this. And yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty wild. Like I said before, though, the entire Carl thing was obviously a trap, and Venom accidentally making it worse was very obviously not an accident. It wasn't even subtle. So it's like, yeah, didn't exactly work out. But then the third of these episodes comes in, and you now have TKO and Venomous, Shadowy Venomous, basically just taking over the world and destroying everything. No one's able to stand up against them, partially because they find it hard to fight TKO because of everything, and also because these two are like powerhouses, and they are. They absolutely are. But then the ones that actually end up saving the day, at least temporarily, are the Boxmore bots, who can't do it on their own and separate, but when they combine into like a sort of Voltron or Power Ranger Megazord kind of thing, they're a lot stronger literally together and are able to defeat at least TKO. We don't see them actually fight Shadowy Venomous. But they're able to stave them off at least temporarily while getting things going again in the bodega. And the idea at the end is that hope is returning. But the problem with this, like I said, is that it's a very idealistic view on things, and it's not this easy and not this hopeful in real life. When horrific incidents and just terrible, practically apocalyptic level events happen in real life, it's hard to find hope. And things don't just get fixed super easily. We've had a genocide going on, multiple genocides technically, for years now. And the US, at least, has been doing nothing to stop it. In fact, in some ways, helping it. We have the results of this election. We have all kinds of horrible shit going on day in and day out. And it's hard to find hope because in real life, things aren't just fixed so easily. And that's why I've been like in like a really bad mental state. And this reaction did help a little bit, I will admit. It it was a little um not really mind easing exactly, but it softened the blow, I guess you could say, a bit. But nowhere near like a lot to like distract from the reality of things and how bad it is and how bad it's going to get. So just remember that whenever you watch these cartoons and stuff and see these happy endings, real life isn't like that. Just remember to to be ready and be prepared for stuff to not go well. You should always be prepared for the reality of the situation and not trick yourself into thinking it's going to be okay. I know it sounds like hopeless and terrible to say that, but it does a lot more good to be prepared for not having hope than it does to try and give yourself false hope. All that's going to do is make things worse when the shit keeps piling up on you. So enjoy cartoons, enjoy the fun of them, but just understand that they are just cartoons. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. Next week we get to the finale. See you all then.